Hello everyone and welcome back to my learning studio. So today we'll be looking into the code around control flow demo. Okay, so this will be looking in our Visual Studio. Now here in this file what I've done is the purpose of this session is we'll demonstrate Python control flow statements with practical examples. So first I'll use an example to show you how if statement is used, if else statement is used, if elif is used, and else, finally nested if statement, then for loops, while loops, break statements, continue, pass, match case. All these statements theoretically I have covered in my previous session. Okay, so now these lines basically are printing the heading print 50 of this equal to and print Python control flow and this. So this is the heading where it is getting printed, and here it starts our program. So if statement, how do we use it? Here I have initialized a variable age with greater than 20. So the case scenario is we'll be checking if this age is greater than 18, then it has to print that eligible to vote. So here we are checking if whatever user input we are getting is that person eligible to vote, or it's not an or. Okay, the first condition here what we are checking is only single condition, hence we are using if age is greater than equal to 18, then eligible to vote, just print this. Okay, other than there is no other expectation from us. So here I will execute this program. So once this is executed, see it wrote true. What is true here? This is the print which is giving us true. So here it is checking, this is a conditional operator, right? So here it is checking comparison, it is comparing if age is greater than or equal to 18, and it's a conditional check, right? That we'll use in if statement. So whenever this will give you either a true or false value. So is age greater than equal to 18? Age is 20, so definitely yes, hence you got this true. Now next, in this very next statement, it is checking if condition. So here you got true, hence after the colon whatever lines are written, it will execute those lines. Here we have written print eligible to vote, hence it has executed those lines. So if I change the variable to say 10 years here, so see, as soon as I change to 10, here I will get my value as false. So here if you see, comparison has given us false. So this variable is variable comparison with a value of 18. Hence, if condition comes to false, so this will be executed only if this is true. So when it is false, there is nothing after that, right? No, nothing is done. So this is how if statement is used. Okay, now we'll move on to our next statement, next example, which is if else statement. So this is the scenario wherever you have to check either one of the two conditions. So for example, here we have taken, here there is a number variable which has value 10. Okay, it has a value of 10, and I will be checking if this number is even, then I have to print that it is an even number, else I have to print odd number. So now here this if number is mod of 2, this will give you a value of remainder is 0. So this will give you a value. If it is equal to 0, then your number is even. Now I will check, I will print the value here. Okay, Control S, print F, the value of this equals to, okay, I am writing a formatting condition. So okay, so here what will it give me? So here if this is true, this value has to be is equal to 0. If it is 0, then it will print even, else it will print odd. Okay, that is all. So earlier we saw if condition only, here we are saying if and else. So if this is true, then this will be executed, and if it is false, then else will be executed. Okay, clear? Alright, here we go. So now here, see, it has shown number mod to 0. Okay, that means the value of this is 0. Okay, now if I say here equals to 0, so we'll see what happens. See, earlier I had not used this comparison, right? So it gave me 0. The answer to this calculation was 0. Now as soon as I added this, it turned into a comparison. So it checked whatever the value, is it equal to 0? Then yes, it gave you true. So understood when it becomes a binary value response and when it gives an integer value response. It totally depends upon operators. I have actually covered operators in depth and I've taken quite some time to let you know what exactly is the importance of different operators also, right? So I think you should be good by now. So if you see 10 is even because the condition was true. Now I am taking 11. Okay. So now if you see when I execute these lines, I get a number percentage 2, number mod 2. This is mod, okay, not percent, mod 2. It will give you false value. Why? It's not equal to 0. Now I'll check what is the actual value it is giving back here, and also here see it printed, it went to, since it was false, hence it went to this statement. It executed the condition in else. So here we have broken the procedural way, right? It was going, the Python was going into one statement after the other, but using the if else statement, now conditional statements are applied. Not all the lines will be executed, correct? There would be on a certain condition basis, only specific lines will be executed. Okay, so these are control statements. Okay, alright, so here now 11 is odd. I'll just check what exactly is mod. Okay, made that change. Now see, it is 1, the remainder is 1, correct? Because mod gives you the remainder, so 1 is not equal to 0, hence it was false. So you understood how to use if else statement. Alright, so now we'll move on to if else if, third one, which is if elif else statement. Now this is chained if. Okay, this is called as chained if. Now when does this scenario arise? Whenever you have multiple conditions. If you see here, this is a scenario where I have a variable with marks which is 85. I have to check which grade it is based on the marks. So the grade is which is given is A, B, C, and if none of these, then it is fail. Because see, out of 100, it can be either 100 or it can be between these ranges, and if it is lower than 50, that means lower than 50, then it is fail. Whatever value of the marks less than 50, it is fail. Okay, so that's the condition. So whenever you have multiple condition, you will use if elif. So here if, so condition, if this condition is not satisfied, it will check for the next condition. Even if this is not satisfied, it will check the next condition. If none of the above is condition is satisfied, it will go into this condition. This code will be executed. Okay, so here we go, we'll check the marks. So I've given 85. So here it is which grade it will check. It will check marks greater than 90. No, false. So it won't execute this. Only if this condition is true, then it will execute grade, right? So here it went into the next else if. Else if condition greater than 75, yes, hence grade B was printed. Grade is B. This variable was assigned B, and after it came out, it checked grade, and here the grade variable is printed. So we got marks is 85, grade is B. Okay, now I'll give marks 10, so that it will go into the final stage. 15, let's say 15 is also less than 50. So here you go, it's a fail. Got it? How if, elif and else if conditions are used? Okay, now nested if statements. What were nested if statements? We have seen that nested if statements, if within, inside an if statement, right? So here I have an example where I have nested if statements. I have a user ID password. Okay, right here. Okay, now first Here I have username and password. Name is admin, password I have given 123. Okay, first it will check username. If username is admin, then it will go inside. If username is correct, check for password. If password is equal to 123, print login successful, else print incorrect password. Okay, and this else condition stands for the first if. Okay, so if you see here, this line itself specifies which if goes with which else. Okay, here this else goes with this inner if, and the outer else goes with the outer if. Okay, so it is invalid username. So let's see all the 4 scenarios with the nested. Okay, here we go. So this is executed. Nested if, login successful. Okay, now I will give a wrong password. 5 6. Here I have given a wrong password, and again I executed. So here it gave incorrect password. So it went into this. This condition was satisfied. This condition is true because username is still admin. So this is true. It executes the next statement, which is if password. So password was wrong. So definitely this was false. So it went into else and it printed this. Okay. So if else fundamentals remain the same. Only thing is there is if else within an if. If within an if is called as nested. So there can be multiple if inside one inside the other. Okay, and it starts from the outermost and executes into the inner conditions. Okay, so this is how it executes. Now next condition, if I say admin also, I will change to something QWE. Now even username is wrong. Okay, so here I will correct the password. Right, it was 1234. No, yes. So now I will execute. The password is right, but initial state only invalid username. Right, so here only it went into this if gave false, so it went into this else, the outer else, which gives invalid username. Got it? How the nested if else works. So here we have seen how our nested if else works. Okay, now moving on to the next for loop. Okay, for loop, we have seen for loops. We want to print here the print numbers from 1 to 5. How do we print? We have our range function, right? Correct? And here this is for our students. Iterate through list for. Okay, so there are 2 for loops that first I will show you how to iterate through numbers. This is for numbers example and this is for list example. Okay, so we have taken many similar examples earlier also. Just for the sake of revision, we'll again take here. So print numbers from 1 to 5. What I'll do? Print I in range 1. So it will start from 1, but here I have given 6. Remember, the last index is always the whatever the number is given minus 1, right? Hence it will take print numbers, all the numbers 1 to 5. Correct? Now print students list. Okay, so student names are Rahul, Priya, Amit and Neha. What it will do? Here I am using membership operator, right? Here you have membership operator in, same here also in, but here you have range because these are numbers. I need iteration of numbers, and since here and here this is list, iterating through list. Okay, so the list name is given, it's a sequence collection, and hence I can iterate using the membership operator. Here it will give me students, right? So here I will just print. So here we go, execute. See the list of all the students, and above that it would be the list of all the numbers. See here 1 to 5. Clear? Okay, so this is how we have done for loops also. We have understood the loops, revised basically the loops. Next we will see here our while loop. While also, first for while there has to be a condition and the variable. Now there are 2 things here. A condition where it should stop, and internally that variable should be incremented or decremented, correct? Based on this condition here. So first my variable count is 1. I want to repeat while condition remains true, count would be printed. Okay, So count is 1. So again same thing, that for loop with range I have done. Same thing here till I will be printing 1 to 5 but using while group. Okay. So here while, here you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing I have done, right? Correct. Now break statement. What does break statement do? It will bring us out of the loop, right? So here, okay, I'll just do a CLS because, okay, next we go to break statement. Okay, stops loop and it will break the loop, right? Here, okay, straight out of the loop. So here see break statement, and I have a range function where the numbers will be from 1 to 10, correct? And inside the for loop I'm checking a condition, I is equal to 6, then break. That means after 6 it will not be break encountered and it will be broken. And the next print statement, so here also 1 to 5 will be printed and after 6 it will break. So here you will see, let's see break encountered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It never went again into the loop, right? It directly jumped out of the loop, correct? Now next continue. See how continue is different from break, we'll see here. Okay, so here we are executing for continue, right? Skip number 3. Okay, here so break stopped the execution of the loop, right? And here if I show you, okay, CLS here, yes. So see continue statement 1, 2, 4 and 5. Where is 3? See here, I have a condition, if I is equal to 3, whenever I value of I becomes 3, continue. That means it won't execute the print I. Continue will take back to your for loop and it will move into the next item value. Okay, so here it is 1, 2, 4, 5. Hence this is printed. Got it? What is the difference between the continue and break statement? We are clear with it, right? Now pass, we know that it is just for reserved space, right? If you see here, this is pass statement executed successfully. Okay, so now here I will just run. Okay, continue statement I have, okay, here this is not commented, hence it is printing. Okay, so I will do CLS and again control flow. So pass statement executed successfully. So pass statement, there was nothing that the pass statement is just a reserved space, right? If I don't give pass, see what happens. Now I have a for loop and there is nothing that I have specified there, right? So here see there is an error that is it's raising directly as soon as I write this. If you still want to run it, it will give, oh, I have not saved this, so it did not give me the error here. Now see, print indentation error, print expect. Okay, if I move the indentation also here, now why is it saying indentation? It is expecting that this print might be a part of this. Okay, hence it is telling me indentation error. That means Python expects that there has to be a statement after colon. So if I write just the pass statement, that's it. Now the error is gone. See, so it understands that yes, this print is outside the loop. Hence we use pass statements. So at many a times while writing the program, you could write this logic and then the inner logic you just need a space reserve. So this is how you do it. Okay, so if you see, the error is gone here now. Okay, so now moving on to the next. Okay, here I'll comment this match case. Okay, so here let's do the match case thing. Now yes, the match case available, this is available from earlier it was not available, it's available from after 3.10. okay, so here it will print, okay, here you go. So this will print your which day it is. Okay, so for example here your match case day is 3 I have given. So case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5, case underscore means it will none of the above, invalid day. Okay, so now if I give here execute this. Okay, so match case Wednesday. Why? Because case 3 is true. Now if I give here 8, okay, which is not the case given here, so all the others are handled by underscore. Okay, so here you see it will give invalid day, correct? So all the other cases are handled by -1. Again this here, so this is where invalidating. So understood match case. Okay, so this is what match case practicals is about. Okay, so there are certain practical examples I have also jotted down for you so that I can show you student results processing. So for example, there are student results, right? And here I will be specifying if marks are greater than 90, then it will be excellent, 75. So this is very similar to that grade, right? Here only I need to print and check the condition if 90, excellent, you have done very well. How well and passed or failed, okay, and I'll be printing the result and marks here. Okay, so that's it here. Now here you can see it is passed, okay, because my condition marks is, now if you see here the marks 72 is provided and hence it is a pass. Okay, now here practical example 2, even numbers for range, all the range. Now earlier we were giving a hard coded value, right? It was a constant value. Here we are checking within the range. When the range is run, with inside all the numbers from 1 to 10 should be checked, and all the numbers within that range, if they are even, print even. Okay, we have to print even, else it will continue. That means for odd numbers it should continue. So how am I doing it? So for example here, skip odd numbers. If number mod 2 is not equal to 0, that means if it is 0, that means it's even, we just saw above, right? Else it is odd. So here I am checking if this is not true, then if this is true, number mod 2 is not equal to 0, then it is continued. That means move to the next number, right? So here let's see the output. Okay, here we go. So see, even 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Only till 10 it has gone. Now practical 3, search items using break. How do I search the items using break? So here I have a list of items. So this is about a linear search. Okay, so it will, what is linear search? If I have been given a list of values, it will, each item will be checked. If the input variable, this keyboard is present here, it will be compared to each value in the list, and wherever I find that, it will be printed. Okay, so here you go. For item in products, if item is equal to search item. Search item is this value, right? Keyboard. So here it is comparing. If it is equal, print search item found, else, and then break. As soon as I find that item, it will break. Okay, it will come out of the loop. So here we will check. So here you see keyboard found. Okay, search item found. Right? And if I want to say enumerate item, and since I want the index number also, right? So here I will say prints found at I, right? So here you go, at index colon I. Okay, so at which place I found? At the second index. If you see here 0, 1, 2, correct? 0, 1, 2. So this is where I will find the index number. Okay, now practical number 4, multiplication table in while loop. Okay, so I will be creating the multiplication. Okay, here now if you see, I have initialized a variable I with, which is 1, and I am checking less than or equal to 10, and I'm just writing 5 star I. Okay, so while, and I keep on incrementing the value of 1 I. So by 1, and hence this is printed. So let me execute and show it to you. So see, 5 ones are 5, 5, 12, 5 till 10. So till 12, 10, I have 5 ones are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So this is it. And here this is the end of the program. Here we have finished all the control programs, and we have executed and seen everything. So here we have all control flow examples are completed. So basically, keep practicing, keep growing. Annyeong, sayonara, bye for now. Have a great day ahead. Enjoy. Bye.